Good evening, members, and welcome to the TurtleFollower.com, where we teach you how to stop predicting and start reacting. My name is Steve, and in this video, we're going to take a look at the core account as of December 29th, 2015. Busy day in the market, so I figured it was best to put out a video to really go over exactly what we're looking at. First things first, we did enter a new position this morning in RSG. You could see that right here in the model portfolio. We entered 223 shares. Fill price was $45.17, and we're up a few bucks on that trade already, $7 on the trade. Other than that, the remaining part of our portfolio is outperforming very nicely. You can see here PSA is up $554, Home Depot $401. So a lot of good things in the portfolio right now. Only two losers that we have, SWK and J&J. So we're going to take a look at the existing positions, go through them really quickly, just to update maybe a couple stop areas or see if there's any new potentials that we could trail to. And then there's 4 or 5 new positions that I want to go over that you can look to add into the portfolio. But as you can see, we are very much allocated in the portfolio. We're at 88%. We could look maybe putting on a financial, maybe a healthcare, maybe a tech name. But other than that, not really a lot of names, or not a lot of room as far as the sector allocation goes to add too much more. So let's just take a look at what we have, and then we'll see what we're going to add at the end of the video. So first things first, the market was up about 25 points today. You could take a look at the commentary in tonight's blog post to really get an idea of where I think we're going with that. But from my perspective, it looks like maybe we're going to try and test that 2100 area. It looks like we broke that downtrend line. So trying to get back up to that 2100 area after a 2-day move that really just went sideways, a little bit more of a breakout. So we're positioned very nicely for a continued move higher. As far as our actual positions go, Clorox, you could see bouncing off of this trend line area at this 127 level. So looking for this to eventually get back up to the highs right around 130, 150. For right now, stop in place 124.50 is just fine. DPS continues to move higher. Okay, you could see it's consolidated out of or broken out of this last consolidation. Next trailing stop level is going to be 91.24, but for right now, for us, I think the stop in place here at 89 is just fine. Home Depot, similar situation, just continues to go sideways, allows that 50-day moving average to catch up. We're still looking good here. The longer this consolidates, the more I like it. All right, it becomes less of a momentum play, a little bit more of a value play in the fact that we're coming into that 50-day moving average. Remember, the 50-day moving average really, for a lot of traders, determines value. Okay, it's the average of the last 50 days of pricing. So, as the stock gets closer to that 50-day moving average, traders see it as not necessarily as extended as it was here, and now it's working off and digesting those gains by time. All right, so it's really just moving sideways and allowing everything to catch up. HRS, all right, had a nice move higher, pulling back here. All right, and today inside day from yesterday. So this one really undecided. This could very well come back, test this 84.65. It could consolidate and do the same as Home Depot, allow that 50-day moving average to catch up. For right now, stop in place 81.50 is a good area. J&J, all right, we trailed our stop up to the previous swing low. All right, it continues to work itself higher, looking for it to get back to the top of the box around 105. L Brands, LB, all right, just consolidating. We've trailed stop up. We actually got hit on that stop on the 21st, but we closed above it, kept us in the position. All right, moved up, and now looking like maybe we want to test that $100 level once again. Altria, looking like maybe another breakout here. All right, it had a failed breakout back on the 16th where we quickly were moved back into the box. Here we are again breaking out. So if that's the case, and we do eventually break out of this range, then two things can happen. We can trail stop up to this 56.60 area, and we would also look for a test of those highs right around 61.50. NOC breaking out again. All right, here's one that I think we are going to trail our stop up. All right, you can see that it has broken out of this range pretty much at the highs. I want to use this 184.25 as our next trailing stop level. And you can see coincides with trend line, previous swing low, and the 50-day moving average. Perfect trailing stop level. Here, PSA, we're going to actually trail our stop up as well to this. It's not a lot, but it's a little bit. Here to right around 238, and that's this previous swing low right before this nice big breakout on the 14th. All right, and you can see again consolidating, looking like it wants to move higher once again. RSG is the new position we just got into today. We got in right around 45.17. The open was right around 45.07, so we didn't get the best fill, but right around 45.17. Looks like it wants to continue higher. This is paying out a dividend tomorrow, or going ex-dividend tomorrow. I think if we take a look at that trade tab for RSG, ex-dividend date is tomorrow. So we should be in this one for the dividend of 30 cents as well. So a nice, for us, 223 shares, 30 cents. You're looking at about a $60 dividend, which is a nice little bonus on this trade. Last one, Stanley Black & Decker. Remember, this one came back hard, hit our stop, closed back above it, and here we are now back in the middle of the range, not really trailing our stops yet. So we are trailing stops in NOC and PSA. All right, those are two areas that we are trailing stops in. Now, as far as new positions go, there's a couple of new ones that are breaking out from our watch list. First one, RCL. All right, we've talked about this setup. We have the breakout finally over $100, breaking out of not only the weekly but the daily pattern. All right, if you wanted to enter this trade, 91, I would say 91, 90, 50 is probably the area you want to be. So maybe a little bit too wide of a stop for some people. It's a little over 10%. So there you have RCL. That's a discretionary name. If you head on over back to the portfolio, you'll see that we are in L Brands and Home Depot. So that is one that you could look to add if you wanted to. Another one, ACE, a nice financial name. All right, nice clean breakout. Here you can see the weekly pattern, then the daily consolidation. So we are now breaking with today's move, not only the weekly but the daily pattern. I would say your stop's going to be right around that 112.50, 112.75 area. And again, going back to the portfolio, see that we only have PSA as a financial, so that's definitely a possibility. GE, we just added the industrial RSG yesterday. All right, that puts us over in industrials. All right, we're 26%, so we can't look to add GE, but this is a great setup. All right, this is one that it spent some time going sideways. Got to move out of the weekly consolidation. Remember, we never take the move out of weekly. We always look for daily confirmation. And sure enough, here it is, daily confirmation. I would probably even wait a little bit longer, maybe get a nice clean bar out of here. I never really like to see the wick at the top of the bar on a breakout. But if you wanted to take this one, I think you could probably have your stop right around 29.75, 29.50, and have it nice and tight on GE. All right, another one, EQR, breaking out ever so slightly. All right, let's actually redraw this trend line just a bit now that we can see what exactly we have going on. And here you can see EQR breaking out ever so slightly out of a weekly and a daily pattern. You can see it's not exactly a 52-week high just yet. All right, because on, let's see, the week of March 23rd, it hit 82.53, and today the high was 82. So, right, so there's still some resistance above, but this is a nice breakout. I would probably want to see a little bit of more. I would probably want to wait a little bit more until it got over that 82.53 before really committing any capital to that one. RSG we discussed, and it looks like that's it. So I would actually like to go ahead and add ACE to the portfolio. All right, ACE. Let's just take a quick look at that position size, what that would be. So our stop, let's call it 112.50. Head on over to the position calculator. Under core account, put in ACE. Stop is going to be 112.50. So we're going to buy 75 shares. That's going to put a risk of $525 or 0.5% of the portfolio. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Add a financial, round out to 12 positions in the core account, and probably close to 100%. So add one more financial into the mix, and I think we're good. So that's our update for the core account for today. Any questions or comments, please let me know. If you're watching this anywhere else except the members area, please note you're getting this approximately 30 days after it's distributed to members. So if you want real-time updates for these trades, you need to subscribe for a membership at theturtlefollower.com and join us in the members area. Other than that, have a great rest of the night, and we'll catch you soon. Take care.